Welcome back, everybody, to Burnaby, British Columbia. The sunshine that bathed us early on is but a faint memory, but we still have plenty of soccer left to offer you from Terry Fox Field. Hi again, I'm Sebastián Moraga. Pleasure to have you with us. And what we have now is a classic tale, as old as soccer itself and perhaps older. The powerhouse against the upstart. Western Washington against Simon Fraser. Simon Fraser comes to this contest with a 7-5-0 record in the GNAC, 9-6-1 record overall, 4-3 at Terry Fox Field, 5-3 away, 0-0 at neutral fields, and 6-4 in the last 10 games. Western Washington shows up with a sterling record of 12-0-1 in league. Make that 12-0-0 in league. And 17-0-1 overall. An 11-0 record at home, 6-0-1 on the road, and 10-0 in its last 10 games. The WWU Vikings have qualified every year for this tournament. They have been to the finals every year in this tournament, and they've won 2 and lost 2. Last year, they won, beating Seattle Pacific, which we just saw qualify for the finals a little while ago. On the other hand, Simon Fraser, this is their first time qualifying for the tournament. They had never been in this instance before. The program's first winning season was last year. The goal this year was to build on that, and build indeed they did. In addition, Simon Fraser shows up having won 3 of its last 4 and 4 of its last 6. They missed on last year's tournament on the last day of the season, losing in double overtime to Western Oregon. On top of that, the Clan shows up here featuring a team with the 2015 Freshman of the Year, Christina Dixon, and the 2016 Freshman of the Year, Emma Pringle. Head-to-head, they played once this year, with Western Washington winning, as you just saw on the screen, 1-0, with the only goal coming in the 25th minute via Elise Aylward. SPU, make that Western Washington, has never lost to Simon Fraser. The series is 11-0-2, with the 2 being 0-0 ties. A goal by Simon Fraser would be the first goal that the Clan has ever scored on the Vikings. In addition, Western Washington shows up with plenty of hardware. The Player of the Year, Sierra Sugars, the Coach of the Year, Travis Connell, the Defensive Player of the Year, Emily Webster, and the Newcomer of the Year, Ashley Homer, all hail from Bellingham. The only non-Western Washington honoree, Emma Pringle from Simon Fraser this year. The Western Washington Vikings outscored their opponents 45-5 this year. The SFU Clan outscored its opponents 26-15. Western Washington is the top scoring team in the GNAC, the top assist team in the GNAC, and the top team in shutouts. The Clan is the the 5th team in goals, the 4th team in assists, and the 2nd best team in shutouts with 9. So an interesting contest doesn't even begin to describe what we have here in our hands today at Terry Fox Field. A bit of David and Goliath for sure, but there's a reason why the story ends with David beating Goliath, because you never know what could happen. Looking ahead, if Simon Fraser were to win, they have played Seattle Pacific one time here in Burnaby. They lost 2-1, and they have and Western. They played Seattle Pacific one time. They beat them 4-0 in Seattle. So as we have the PA announcer give us the starters and the reserves for both teams, let me tell you that the Vikings' only blemish to their record is a tie, a 0-0 tie to Sonoma State in the first game of the year. Sonoma State is a nationally ranked team. In addition to their perfect season, the only team in GNAC history to score a perfect season other than this year's Western Washington Vikings, the 2007 SPU Falcons, 12-0-0.
Tonight's starting lineup for the Western Washington Vikings. Goalkeeper number 1, Ashley Homer. Number 2, Elise Elward. Number 6, Aaron Russell. Number 8,
as we hear the starters being announced, let me tell you a little bit more about these two teams. Emma Pringle, in addition with being the freshman of the year for the GNAC, is the lone player from Simon Fraser to have been named to the first team all conference. She's a freshman from North Vancouver, BC. The second team, Allison Dixon, a defender, a sophomore from here in Burnaby, also earned a nod to the second team. Honorable mentions for Simon Fraser include Christina Dixon, a sophomore from Burnaby, Caitlin Erdharsen, a sophomore from Maple Ridge, Priya Sandhu, the goalkeeper, junior from Surrey, and Tegan Sokoran, a senior from North Vancouver. The first team nominees from Western Washington, Gabriela Pelogi, a sophomore from Federal Way, Washington, Emily Webster, a junior from Bellingham, Washington, Kaylin Jobanek, a senior from Springfield, Oregon, and Sierra Sugarts, the junior from Federal Way, Washington. Second team nominations, Elise Aylward, senior from Renton, Ashley Homer, the goalkeeper, junior from Puyallup. And honorable mentions, Taylor Holquist from Vancouver, Washington, the defender. We're just about ready to start. 31 seconds left before the start of this contest. And before we start, let me tell you a little bit more about all the kudos that these two teams have earned. There's 5 players from Simon Fraser: Olivia Aguiar, Christina Dixon, Carly Grosso, Devon Colmeyer, and Tegan McManus, who earned academic all-conference honors, and 5 players from Western Washington: Elise Aylward, Becca Cates, Sophia Callas, Sierra Sugarts, and Emily Webster, who earned all-conference academic honors. We're just about ready to start, folks. This is going to be something to remember. The first time for Simon Fraser, the 5th time for Western Washington. We're waiting. Far in your screen on the left, you can see a little group of players decked in baby blue. That would be the Western Washington Vikings. On your right, you can see some players decked in deep dark red. That would be the Simon Fraser clan. One thing that Simon Fraser wants to be careful with is Western Washington starts fast. They like fast starts. They've scored 26 goals in the first half as opposed to 18 in the second, and they've taken 228 shots as opposed to 185 in the second. We'll see how this goes. It's storylines like this that make this tournament the fun event that it is. Simon Fraser will start from right to left on your screen, decked almost entirely in red. And Western Washington will do its thing from left to right on your screen, decked entirely in light blue. 45 on the clock, 25 on the pitch. We're in business here at Terry Fox Field. Long kick up the stripe. Lorila. Quick move across the middle. Trying to stay on side was Dixon. Cleared away by the back line of Western Washington. Throw in for Simon Fraser. Ball goes out of bounds quickly. It will be a throw in for Western Washington now. We're just leaving the first minute of play behind. Aylward. Long kick up field. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Clan ball. It's really something special what has happened with this Simon Fraser team. A couple of years ago, the team had what you could barely call a season. They would won, I believe, just a couple of games. Then last year, their first winning season, and now they're fighting for a conference championship. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Simon Fraser. There's the throw-in. Last player to touch it had on a red uniform, says the referee. It will be Western Washington ball. Hultquist. Pivoting header. Ball goes out of bounds. There's the guy on your screen with the Viking horns on. I wonder if it's the same guy every year. Quick run along the stripe for Simon Fraser. Stopped by the back line of Western across the equator. Recovered by Ert Hartson. And the shot, Ashley Homer will let it sail by, and it will be a goal kick for Western. 42 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first half. Western Washington, Simon Fraser tied at 0-0. There's the kick. Scoot back by here. Recovered by Pelogi. Pelogi shading to her left. Russell. Long kick upfield. And Sandu with the stop. Teams feeling each other out. Sorokan, flag is up, ball goes out of bounds. It should be Western Washington ball. Here, Pelogi. Ball goes out of bounds once again. The Clan puts it in motion rather quickly. Jabanik. Bartleson. Cleared away partially by Simon Fraser. Bounces off an attacker. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will be Simon Fraser ball. 4 minutes into this, the first half of play. The number 1 seed, Western Washington. The number 4 seed, Simon Fraser. Battling for the right to play Seattle Pacific Saturday at 1 p.m. right here at Terry Fox Field. A long kick up field along the stripe. Scooped by Aylward. Aylward, the shot. Aylward! And Sandu has to dive for that one. And it will end up being a throw-in, it looks like. We're going to go to the replay because As good as that shot was, that stop by Sandu was equally impressive. There's the miscue by the defense. There's the shot and starts curving, and Sandu decides to take matters into their own hands. There's the long kick upfield. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Western ball. This is the second of 2 games that we're bringing to you tonight. And a quick run behind the back of the back line. A wide open Aylward! The referee had a flag up, so none of that will count, but still an interesting maneuver that caught the back line of Simon Fraser squad unawares. We're going to see that in a replay here in a second. There's a long kick up the field now. The indirect free kick being cashed in. And there we have the move. There's a shot across. Aylward. He's one behind. Shot across. Header! Wide open goal! Nobody to connect. A little too long for Pelogi. She still goes and hunts for it. Pelogi. A quick counter in the making. Stopped at midfield by Western. Along the stripe goes Western. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Vikings. Pelogi. Inching towards the box. The shot. Over the crossbar. Goal kick for Simon Fraser. 38 minutes, 16 seconds on this moonlit Burnaby night. Left in the first half of play. A quick run along the stripe. Whistle on the play, foul called. Number 16 and number 19, that would be Webster and Hallquist. Made a bit of a sandwich there with the Clan's Christina Dixon. There we have it on the replay. And it will be a free kick for the Clan. Sorokan, the shot and the stop by Ashley Homer. Straight upfield. Stopped up midfield by the Clan. Trying again was Jobanik. Inching towards there is Pelogi. Pelogi on trying to make the turn. Over to help was Russell. Shot out of the box. Whistle on the play. Flag is up. Offside called. It will be an indirect free kick for Simon Fraser. .36 minutes, 39 seconds left in the first half. Western Washington, Simon Fraser tied at 0-0. Bartleson. Over to look for it is Aylward. First on it is the back line of Simon Fraser. Throw-in for the Vikings. Hallquist. Nobody warming up just yet on either bench. Recovered by Pringle. Trying again for Western is Webster. An opening across the middle. Quick run that time. Good job that time. Scooping it by Montpreet here. Making some room. Over to help is Erhardson. The shot, and it dances past the goalkeeper and out of bounds. Good effort. Good collective maneuver by Simon Fraser. Let's have a look at that again. Right foot says no. One more turn. Over to help goes number 4 Erhardson, and Miss Homer watches it sail by. Pelogi switching flanks now. Recovered by Dixon. Allison Dixon. That one is Erd Hartson. Sorokin. Interrupted by Russell, sent out of bounds, throw in for Simon Fraser. The key, one of the keys to this game, and we saw the coach for Simon Fraser say this, that it was important to feel support and not pressure by the fact that they're playing at home. Shot across, hoping to connect with here. Taken back, rejected by Lorilla. Oh, a slip. Lobo, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will be Viking ball. Lobo, way back to the back line. Taken away by Western. This could be interesting. The quick touch by Aylward. Whistle on the play, foul call. It will be free kick for Western as Ms. Jovanik hit the deck. Taking care of this one will be Webster, Emily Webster. With 33 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on the wall. A rather movable wall. There's the shot, low, and the stop by Priya Sandhu. Let's have a look at the free kick. Stayed low. And Sandhu on the stop. Quick run along the right stripe of the defense, of the Western Washington defense. Good job by Holquist, it looks like, letting it go out of bounds. There's the throw-in. Aylward. Shot. And the stop by Ashley Homer. That shot by Manpreet here.
Sir, I'm so sorry, but could you stay out of the...
Long kick up the field. Recovered by Dixon, Christina that time. Scooped back by Aylward. Rejected by the back line of Simon Fraser. Pushed upfield by Western. Cleared by the Clan. Nobody there, however. And Miss Homer will act as her own sweeper, clearing this one out, and now we'll hold on to it. Looking left, looking right. And the kick. 31 minutes, 32 seconds left in the first half of play. And with more urgency than style, the back line of Simon Fraser takes care of that one. There's the throw-in. Pelogi. Taken back by Western. Opening the game up to Bartelson. Shot to the top of the box. The header and the stop by Priya Sandhu. Let's see that one more time. Chipper over the head of everybody, and then the header. And Sandhu putting a stop to the danger. Ball goes out of bounds once again. Nobody warming up just yet. 30 minutes, 34 seconds left in this, the first half of play. This is a free kick for Western Washington. I did not see anything wrong with that, but we'll go with the experts on this one. Folks in yellow. One on the wall. Everybody lining up along the top edge of the box. Shot goes into the center, and Priya Sandhu has to get back quickly. There was plenty of room there for, it looks like, Hultquist to deliver a shot. Instead, we're playing by the corner. Shot across, bounces off a defender. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Viking ball. That was Pelogi. Pelogi and Hultquist. Whistle on the play. We're going to see that free kick one more time. And look at where Priya ends up. It was a well-populated area, I have to say. There were a lot of legs in between Hultquist and the net, but it was somewhat worrisome to see how off her line Sandhu was left in that particular spot. Quick run along the left stripe, recovered by Western. Trying again, trying to connect with, looks like here. Cleared up, over chase it is here. Flag is up, none of that will count. Offsides. .38-34 left in the first half of play. More even contest than some may have anticipated. Still, we have seen most of the dangerous occasions happen on the near the gate defended by Priya Sandhu, but there's still plenty of soccer left here. Taking care of this free kick is number 16, Emily Webster. There's a shot out of the box, and brilliant stuff by Priya Sandhu. Let's have a look at that one once again, because that was another good save by the goalkeeper for Simon Fraser. Long kick up the field once again. Pelogi. Partially cleared away. Trying again is Aylward. Whistle on the play. Foul called. It will be Simon Fraser ball. 27 minutes, 25 seconds left. And this is the first half of play. Battling it out at midfield. Recovered by Simon Fraser. Nobody there to connect. A touch to the back. Trying to open the game up. Looking for here. Recovered by Aylward. There's Pelogi. Opening the game up a little bit for Jobanek. Cleared away by Emma Lobo. On to the throw and we go. Viking ball. Kick across with more enthusiasm than accuracy. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for Simon Fraser. Don't forget, folks, the 48-team NCAA Division Championship field will be announced on Monday, November 7th at 3 p.m. Pacific Time via a webcast selection show on ncaa.com. We're back in action here at Terry Fox Field. Whistle on the play. It will be Simon Fraser ball. This Simon Fraser team has the ability to put the ball in the back of the net. There's a kick. I think number 9 here was offside there, but the ball goes out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for Simon Fraser. There's a shot. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Western Washington ball. Like we were saying, the Clan has the ability to put the ball in the back of the net. They scored 6 on Western Oregon earlier this season. With 2 goals by here. Jenna Baxter scored once. Sierra Leong scored once. Caitlin Erhardson scored once. And Pringle scored once. Kick. Trying from far away. Holquist on that shot. Not a major problem. Well, on the other hand, Western Washington also has the firepower. They're the most prolific team in the league. But what's impressive about their firepower, for instance, you take their most goals this season. Twice they've scored 5 times. 5 times against Bridgeport in a non-league game. And 5 times against Northwest Nazarene in a conference matchup. What's impressive about that is that both times it was 5 players scoring once, and not the same 5 players each time. So that speaks of a team that doesn't rely on just the one player, a team that can bring some serious firepower to the table from players other than their forwards. We're going to see what's going on. It's going to be a throw in for Simon Fraser. 23 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first half. That was Christina Dixon. A quick run along the stripe now by Pringle. Pringle backing, looking for here. Recovered by Western. Stopped at midfield. Ball goes out of bounds. Allison Dixon on that stop. Throw in for Western. Long kick upfield. Stopped and blocked. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Western ball once again. Holquist, top of the box. The quick move that time. Cleared by Simon Fraser. Pushing it back upfield is Lorilla. Lorilla recovered by Simon Fraser. Off to the races. There's here. Here and Erhardson. The shot. Not a major worry for Ashley Homer. Long kick upfield now. Responds by Emma Lobo. Straight upfield, a bit too long that time for Pringle, it looks like. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Viking ball. We see some Viking players and some Clan players beginning to warm up. So we should have, or at least we might have, some substitutions as the game wears on. There's the throw-in. Simon Fraser pushing up field. The response by Western. The touch. Bartleson. Sugarts. Holquist. Holquist. Marked by Dixon. Holquist. Holquist hits the deck. Whistle on the play. Foul called. A correct decision by the referee. Su Hui
It's working, right?
Assistant referees Connor Hazelwood and Nicholas On. 10 yards. The free kick by Webster. And the stop by Priya Sandhu. Let's have a look at that kick once again. Priya Sandhu very poised, very attentive. Not a major trouble for the goalkeeper.
Battery problems?
No, the receiver doesn't work well.
Oh,
Yeah, the wireless.
We're back in action now. A quick move along the left stripe. Erhardson. Stopped at midfield by the Vikings. Trying again is Simon Fraser. Nope, No dice that time. The Vikings regain control. Pelogi trying to get past 2. A quick touch upfield by Erhardsen. There's Erhardsen. Quick move, a bit too long that time. Good idea, however, and here comes Simon Fraser once again. Baxter whistle on the play, and there's a player down. She's back up now. And we get a quick lecture for both sides from the referee, and it will be Viking ball. 19 minutes, 41 seconds left in this, the first half of play. Having a quick gander at the roster for Western Washington. We see only one player from Western Washington's hometown of Bellingham. Plenty of players from Western Washington itself. A shot and slapped away by Priya Sandhu. We would like to see that one on the replay if possible. That was a lot scarier than it looked at first. The referee has said that it's going to be a free kick instead, as we have the first substitution of the game.
University Vikings substitution into the game now.
Number 13, Emily Nelson is in the game. Number 13, Emily Nelson is in the game, replacing Annalise Lorilla. We're back in action now. A quick run along the stripe. A touch by Aylward. Holquist, shot across. Cleared away. Here come the Clan. Baxter. Quick up field. Stopped at midfield by Central Washington. Pelogi. Shot across. None of that counted. The flag was up. And it will be an indirect free kick for Simon Fraser. Emily Nelson is the sub for Western Washington. There's a long kick upfield. A quick touch. A quick run that time by Dixon, Allison Dixon. Stopped by Western. Holquist. Along the stripe it goes, sent out of bounds by Dixon herself. And we have another substitution.
Substitution now being made.
Lindsay Fujiwara has entered the contest, number 5 for Western. Nelson on the throw-in. Over scoop it back as Simon Fraser. Ball goes out of bounds first. It will be a goal kick for the team from Burnaby, BC. 15 minutes, 57 seconds. Not a whole lot of action in either one of our first halves today. Webster, recovered by Erhardsen. Erhardsen, taken back by Western. Pelogi. Shading towards the right. Larson. Shot across. Sent to the corner kick. Corner kick for Western Washington. 15 minutes, 21 seconds left in this the first half of play. We have 2 more substitutions as this corner kick happens.
Substitutions coming in for both.
We'll tell you in a second who has entered the contest. It was number 20, Mariah Rogao, and number 23, Peyton Chick. Is Mariah Rogao, I apologize. And Peyton Chick. Long kick up the field coming for Simon Fraser. It's been a while since we've seen Ashley Homer really tested. Western Washington dictating the pace of the game, bringing the most danger, but still not dominating the contest just quite yet. They've been bringing the most danger, that's for certain. A quick run down the middle for Jabanik. Jabanik and Chick. Chick enters the ball. Goal, 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 goal! It looks like Peyton Chick for Western Washington. 13 minutes, 56 seconds left in the first half, and the Vikings draw first blood. It was a combination of the 2 subs, it looks like. Goal by number 20, Rogao, and this assist by Peyton Chick. So 1-0 Vikings here with 13 minutes left. Here at Terry Fox Field. We're back in business now. A quick run along the right stripe for Western, and the stop by Priya Sandhu. Rolling to her left. A touch for Dixon. The goal elicited no major changes, and the bench of Simon Fraser, everybody still sitting down. If we would love one more look at the goal, if at all possible, to see. Yep, indeed, it was number 20, Rogao. Number 17 entering the contest. Another substitution for Western Washington. Malia Mack. And I've just been handed a bit of information that I think you will find very interesting. It was the 32nd consecutive match for Western Washington with a goal against a GNAC school, which is 4 away from the all-time record. A throw-in for Western that time. Mack. Ball goes out of bounds once again. Mack will take care of this throw-in. Or will she? We're going to have a quick substitution for Simon Fraser. Number 7 entering the contest for Western Washington, Anna DeWeert.
Substitutions made by both teams for Western Washington. Into the game, number 7, Anna DeWeert, going in for number 2.
Anna DeWeert.
SFU substitution now into the game, number 11, Sophie D'Souza, going in for number 10.
And the substitution for Simon Fraser, the first one of the contest, is number 11, Sophie D'Souza. number 11. So some action coming from both benches, not just Western Washington's, as we approach the final 10 minutes of this first half, with Western leading Simon Fraser 1-0. Throwing for the Clan. Baxter. Taken back by Western. Touch to the back. Nelson. Waiting for it on her right is Mack. To her goes. Mack trying to get past. Across the equator, and she does. And before she can connect with the word, the Clan sends it out of bounds. Long kick upfield. Barely missing midfield. And the stop partially by Homer. There's been 2 substitutions, it looks like. We see number 7 on the pitch for Simon Fraser. That would be Aguiar. The word. Flag is up. None of that will count. It looks like number 23, Peyton Chick, was in an illicit position. 9 minutes 5 seconds left in the first half. There's the long kick. Aguiar, top of the box, cleared away. Once again, almost connected that time with, it looked like Emma Pringle from up here. It was D'Souza. Now Western moving the ball. Trying to get across midfield, they do. A quick run that time by Chick. She will run out of room, ball will go out of bounds. And it should be Western ball, and it is. 7 minutes, 54 seconds left in this, the first half of play. The maneuver doesn't quite work to Jobanic's liking. Ball goes out of bounds. Simon Fraser ball. Pushed upfield. Looking to connect with Baxter, it looks like. Taken back by Western. It was a long kick upfield. Switching flanks now. Mack out of the box. Mack trying again. First on it is the back line of Simon Fraser. There's Leong. Jobanik gets past Dixon. Jobanik, good move. Opening the game up a little bit. Straight up the middle. Flag is up. Yes, offsides. Clearly offsides. Clearly offsides. Ball goes to Simon Fraser via this indirect free kick. 6 minutes, 23 seconds left in the first half of play, with Western Washington leading Simon Fraser 1-0. Keeping it alive is Western along the left stripe. Collision, referee right there says nothing. Play continues. Lobo And now the ball goes out of bounds. It bounced off a Western player, so it should be Simon Fraser ball. Let's see what happens here. D'Souza, cleared away by Western. Off to the races is Chick. Chick, ball goes out of bounds. It should be Simon Fraser ball. 5 minutes, 34 seconds left in the first half of play. We see a numerous contingent of Bellingham fans, of Western Washington fans, but also, as it was expected by many of us up here, an important number of local fans, of Simon Fraser fans, brought their chairs, their blankies, their mugs with coffee, and they're both literally and figuratively chilling out here with us at Simon Fraser campus. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for Simon Fraser. Western recovers. Jobanek along the stripe, good move. Shot across, bounces off a defender, and a corner kick for Western with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. Four minutes 16, and I don't like to use this word very much, but it's starting to look that like Simon Fraser may be a little overmatched here, because they are really struggling to get out of their own half of the field. Shot across, cleared away. Whistle on the play, flag is up, offsides. Free kick, the indirect kind, coming for Simon Fraser. They're really struggling to get out of their own half of the field. They're really struggling connecting passes together. They haven't brought a whole lot of danger. It's been a while since we've seen Ashley Homer tested, so far a fair result for Western Washington, but still there's a fresh memory of the Seattle Pacific Western Central Washington game when we saw Central Washington dominate, and then boom, we saw Central Washington dominate a game they were losing. So we've seen stranger things happen on a soccer pitch. Throw in for Western. Good turn that time. She's being held. It's Jobanek being held. No call. Cleared away. There's Jobanek trying again. Opening the game up for Pelogi, it looks like. A quick turn that time. Shot across. Top of the box. Cleared away by Simon Fraser. Stopped at midfield by Sugart. And now pushing it upfield is Jobanek. Jobanek loses it, takes it back, loses it again. Can take it a second time. Lobo prevails. Lobo looking for Leung. Ball goes out of bounds first, however. We'll see who takes care of this one. It will be Simon Fraser. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first half of play. Ball goes out of bounds rather quickly again. Referee gets involved, says this will be Western ball. Rogal. Mack, top of the box. Cleared away by Simon Fraser. Trying again is Webster. Opening the game up for Pelogi. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Simon Fraser ball. 1 minute 30 seconds left in the first half of play. Western Washington leading Simon Fraser 1-0. The winner plays Seattle Pacific University, finalists for the 4th year in a row, at 1 p.m. on Saturday right here on Terry Fox Field. Pushed upfield by Simon Fraser. More enthusiasm than clarity on that one. Cleared away partially. D'Souza recovers, and now the ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Clown. Battling is Erdhardsen. Can't keep it in bounds. Western will restart the action. Half a minute left and a little more. Moving the ball along the left stripe is Pelogi. Waiting for it upfield was Chick. D'Souza. 10 seconds left. Here's the countdown.
9, 8, 7,
Picked up field. Over to clear it one more time
2,
is Simon Fraser, and everything stops with 2 seconds to go. The players just wait for the horn that indicates that this first half is history. Western Washington leading Simon Fraser 1-0. More than surprised. I think we all expected something a little similar at the beginning of the game, but what we didn't expect perhaps was Western Washington to at times early on struggle to reach the gate defended by Priya Sandhu, but as the game wore on, it became more evident, more apparent that Western Washington was setting the pace of the contest, and they had less and less trouble approaching the back line of Simon Fraser. And ultimately, in the 31st minute, half an hour into this contest, Mariah Rogao scored with an assist by Peyton Chick from about 15 yards or so. Altogether, 9-2, the mark in shots. Western Washington with 9, Simon Fraser with 2. 2 corner kicks for Western, none for Simon Fraser. 4 saves for Simon Fraser, 1 for Western Washington. And of course, ultimately, the one statistic that matters, the one in the red numbers across from us, 1-0, the partial score here at Terry Fox Field. When we come back, we'll have 45 more minutes of soccer action for you. Don't go away.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Take the pledge at itsonus.org and be a part of the solution.
We are challenging every Division II campus to take the pledge, to make a statement, and to make sexual assault unacceptable, because it's on us!
At Central Washington, we're all Wildcats, regardless of race,
or gender identity,
religion,
ethnicity, or sexual orientation.
There's a word for how we feel at Central. Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome, and it means to support and respect each other.
In the classroom,
On the court,
or on the field.
In athletics, it is the differences that make a team stronger. It is recognizing that every student athlete brings a different set of skills and abilities to a team, and it is the sum of those differences that make a successful team.
I know my teammates have my back, whether they're blocking for me or just hanging out.
Welcome is the Wildcat way.
we're all part of the Wildcat family.
These guys are my brothers.
These girls are my sisters.
At Central Washington University, we welcome and embrace all of our student athletes. We will not accept intolerance of any kind. We mean it when we say, welcome to the Wildcat family.
If you can help us win, you can help us win.
If you can play, you can play.
If you can play, you can play.
If you can play, you can play. If you can scrum, you can scrum.
If you can catch, you can catch.
If you can spike, you can spike.
If you can run, you can run.
if you can kick, you can kick.
If you can shoot, you can shoot.
We want all of our student athletes and our entire community to know that they are welcome and that if you can play,
You can play.
If you can play, you can play.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
When I first came to SFU, I thought I knew exactly what I wanted. When I got into my second semester, I suddenly wasn't so sure what I wanted to do anymore. So I started to explore a little bit. Archaeology, communications, history, even kinesiology. And then I decided to go on exchange to France for a year. I was an orientation leader for a year, became a community advisor in residence, helped start a choir. I even took a rowing course. After SFU, I have lots of possibilities of what I could do, but whatever I do, I know I'll be ready for it.
Welcome back to Burnaby, British Columbia, for the second half of soccer action between Western Washington and Simon Fraser. Now, I am no child development expert. I am no psychologist, psychiatrist, teacher, professor, anything like that. But rumor has it that to get the big bully on the playground to stop bothering you, you gotta show him, or her in this case, that you got some muscle yourself. That would be my advice for Simon Fraser, to take a little risk. If you lose 10-0, you lose 20-0, you still lose, doesn't matter. But take a chance. You showed that you can reach the gate defended by Ashley Homer in the first half. Take your shots at it. See what happens. This whole respect business is good until the whistle blows. Then it's a business. It's all business. So I would say that Simon Fraser needs to show more than they've shown so far, and try to put a little worry into the hearts and minds of the players decked in baby blue. So far, we have one team that's already set for Saturday night, and we are waiting to find out who the second one will be. And make no mistake, SFU can put the ball in the back of the net. They have the firepower to do it. They have the talent, and goodness knows they have the support tonight, even though there's a substantial contingent of fans from Bellingham. It's Seattle Pacific against somebody. If I'm Simon Fraser, I'm telling my team, if I'm the coaches for Simon Fraser, I'm telling my team, might as well be us. 1-0 lead so far for Western. Outshot Simon Fraser 9-2 in the first half. 2 corner kicks for Western, none for the Clan. 1 save for Ashley Homer, 4 saves for Priya Sandhu. And the 1 goal in the 31st minute, like we said, Peyton Chick for the team from Bellingham. We're going to keep it here because we're just about ready to start here the second half action. The final for this contest is 1 p.m. on Saturday. Let's not forget that. And speaking of what we were mentioning earlier about punching that big bad bully in the mouth, 1 goal by Simon Fraser not only ties this contest, but it snaps a streak that may be weighing heavy on the minds of some. Not only has Simon Fraser never beaten Western. Simon Fraser has never scored on Western. So it could be a huge confidence booster, but first they have to believe in themselves. They have to believe that they can do it. We'll see what happens in the next 45 minutes that are just about to start with the Vikings from Bellingham taking care of business from right to left on your screen, and now on your screen the Clan from Burnaby taking care of business from left to right. We're just about ready to start here. Western will start the action via number 12, Jobanek, and number 9, Pelogi. And we're in business here at Terry Fox Field. Jobanek straight down the middle. Good stop by the back line of Simon Fraser. Dixon, Allison Dixon. Baxter, out of the box. Stopped by Western. Trying again is Pelogi. Taken back by Lobo. Pushed upfield by Western. Stopped once again by Sorokan. And that one is number 8, it looked like. Sorokan, yes. Pushed upfield by Simon Fraser. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Clan ball. Donald switching flanks now to the right. Lobo off to the chase. Trying to keep it in bounds is Rogao. Doesn't quite work. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Simon Fraser. Lobo. Pringle. Lobo. And the ball goes out of bounds yet again. It was Baxter connecting with Lobo that time. Lobo. Erhardson. Pelogi. Fancy moves there. Bartleson. Across midfield. Jobanek off to the race. A bit too long that time for Rogao. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Simon Fraser ball. 42 minutes, 42 seconds left in this, the second half of play. Winner plays Seattle Pacific on Saturday. Lobo. Jobanek. Webster. That one is Pelogi. Pelogi inching towards the box. Pelogi. Turn doesn't quite work. And the clearing by Simon Fraser bounces off Pelogi actually, and it will be Simon Fraser ball. Deep in their own territory. 42 minutes left.
Hey, I heard you failed your Icelandic exams.
Quick run along the stripe by Here. Here, Erhardson. Good ball that time for Pringle. She's well guarded, however, well marked. Nelson. Good turn. Across midfield. Pelogi. Pelogi. Stopped that time. Looked like Holmeyer. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Western ball. Pelogi, corner of the box. Rejected. Baxter. Along the stripe goes Simon Fraser, leaving one behind. Inching towards the center. A bit too long, that touch by Erd Hartson. And the ball goes out of bounds. It will be Simon Fraser ball. Recovered by Western. Straight up the middle was Jobanek. The bounce is recovered by the Vikings. Only partially. Here. 30 yards plus. Taken back by the Vikings. This counter could be dangerous. The through ball almost works. Good stop by Sorokan. Dixon, Allison Dixon. The through ball, this time along the stripe. Stopped first by number 13, Emily Nelson for Western. Mack. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for Western. 39 minutes, 40 seconds left in the second half of play. Dixon. Pushed up by Western, and the stop by Priya Sandhu. Sandhu, number 99, product of Surrey, BC, and here comes Pelogi. Pelogi, marked by Grosso. Pelogi enters the box, right foot, and the stop by Priya Sandhu. Let's have one more look at that play, because the personal maneuver by Pelogi was quite impressive, and the stop that time by Sandhu, saving the gate of Simon Fraser's yet again. We're back in action now. Good turn that time. Webster, way back, now pushing ahead. Opening the game up for Russell. Good interception that time by Lobo. Lobo's got some room. Russell over to redeem herself. She does. Sugarts taken back by Simon Fraser. The push-up field by Lobo. Lobo here. Trying to shake the marker off. Nobody over to help her. Another marker arrives, however. Lobo. Over there is Pringle. Pringle. Marked by Mack. Pringle. Battling. Collision. Mack. Defensive maneuver by Western, and we're going to see the clock stopped. Looks like they're going to check on the welfare of a player. And this ball to the ground, and then the toss, the kick, I should say, back to the goalkeeper for Western, Miss Homer. 37 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second half of play, with Western Washington leading Simon Fraser 1-0. A quick run, developing along the right stripe, cleared away by the back line. Trying again on the right side. Pelogi. Erd Hartson. Taken back by Weston. The shot! Good effort that time, a surprising effort by Western. Lucky for Simon Fraser, we'll see on the replay. Miss Sandu was paying close attention, and that shot was a bit wider in reality than it looked from up here. Sandu on the kick. Western recovers. Pelogi. Jobanek. Off to chase it is Aylward, a bit too long for her. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Simon Fraser ball. 35 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second half of play. A tie sends this game into overtime. And a quick run up the middle by Simon Fraser. Snapped quickly by Western, and the counter in the making. Off to chase it, it looks like Chick. No, it's Rogao, the scorer of the one goal. Keeping it inbounds. No, they're going to let it go out of bounds. Russell. Rogao. Doesn't quite work. Ball goes out of bounds. Western ball. If it goes into overtime, of course, Western Washington has no losses on the season, but they have a 1-0-1 record. A win and a tie. The tie was at Sonoma, and the win against Notre Dame de Namur. A collision on that play. Clock will stop. We're going to check on that player how she's doing. Player is okay. Referee signals to the bench that she will remain on the pitch, and she does. It's number 4, Erhardsen. One of the players who had a shot on goal, or rather a shot at the gate defended by Western Washington. Free kick for Simon Fraser. Sorokan taken back by Western. Grosso, quick run along the stripe. Pringle, marked by Nelson. Pringle keeping it alive. Doesn't quite work. Western on the recovery. Bartleson all the way up for Pelogi. This could be interesting. 18 yards into the box now. The shot and a corner kick. Good job by number 13, Allison Dixon, staying with Pelogi as she could never get enough space to fire that shot. Instead, it's a corner kick for the Vikings. Let's see on the replay. Good job by number 13, and she gets kudos from her teammates too. Aylward. Near post, Aylward, the header, and Miss Priya Sandhu loses track of the ball. If we could see that on a replay. And now she loses track of the ball. Where is it? Where is it? And it's over her head and out of bounds. Despite the 1-0 difference, Priya Sandhu has had a good game today. Simon Fraser trying to put something together across midfield and into Viking territory. That was Sorokin. Pushing it again was Dixon, Allison Dixon. Sorokin. Pringle. Back to the vicinity of midfield. Trying to push it into the box. Baxter. Christina Dixon, and that goes out of bounds. Goal kick for Western. 32 minutes, 20 seconds left in the second half of play. The faithful of both teams have remained, battling the cold. The Clearing by Homer that time. Doesn't clear midfield. Sorokin. Collision there. Nothing major. Ball goes out of bounds. Western ball. Jobanek. Off to the races. Trying to get a shot across. And a hard charge that time. Now it's starting to get a little physical there. Play continues. Referee says nothing. A shot! Pelogi, the shot. Third time. There is Rogao once again, who scored the goal earlier. Has to back up a little bit. And a brilliant strike by Sofia Callas. From 20 plus yards out, Sofia Callas was 31-25 left in the second half. There's the fierce battle there in the corner. Then the shot across. There's one try. There's two tries. And there's the shot. What a pretty strike. Let's look at it one more time. What a pretty strike that was. It was Emily Webster, number 16. I thought it was number 15, Callas. I stand corrected. It was Emily Webster making this a 2-0 affair. With 32 minutes left in the second half, that makes it the 58th minute of play. And Western Washington puts a little more daylight between itself and its host. Half an hour left. Lots of soccer to play for still. We're gonna have a quick throw in here. Top of the box, the shot! And another masterful strike by Western Washington. It looks like it was Pelogi, number 9. It looks like it was Pelogi, number 9, with 30 minutes left, so that makes it the 60th minute. What a shot by Pelogi, it looks like. And a goalkeeper who was having a good, yet a tough, yet good afternoon has now a much tougher affair to deal with. 3-0 Western. Gabriela Pelogi indeed. In 2 minutes, Western Washington has taken full control of this contest. And here comes a quick run along the left side. Pelogi enters the box, opens the game up looking for Rogao. The shot and the stop by Priya Sandhu. There's Sandhu looking for here, and Erhardsen. Straight up the middle. Can't get past her marker. Stopped by Homer. A quick give and go that time between Sugarts and her goalie. Stopped by Simon Fraser. This could be interesting. The shot. Shot across. Let's see who's there. Oh, good effort by Simon Fraser, but an even better stop by Ms. Homer. If we could see that on a replay, that'll be great. Gabriela Pelogi has scored 6 goals and has 6 assists in 2016. She's the only player in the conference with 6 of each. I like what I see from Simon Fraser. They are not giving up. They're A bit forced by the circumstances, but there's a shot by Pringle that goes wide, but they're still trying to make something happen. Time is running, 27 minutes, 58 seconds left. We have a couple of substitutions for Western Washington. It's number 18, Olivia Larson, and number 23, Peyton Chick, returning to the field. There's a goal kick. Recovered by Simon Fraser, pushed upfield by Samantha Donald. Over chase it is here, ball a bit faster than she is on that one, so it will go out of bounds, throw in for Western. Dixon, recovered by Western. Trying to stop it was Erhardsen. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Simon Fraser ball. There's a throw-in. Across midfield, ball goes out of bounds once again. Simon Fraser will take care of it. 26:36 left in the second half. Larson. Over to put some pressure is Sorokin. Opening the game up. Interrupted by Dixon. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Western. Mack for Pelogi. Mack. Bit of a ping pong game happening. Erhardsen. Along the stripe. Upfield. For here. Bounces off a defender. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Simon Fraser. (3-0) lead for Western Washington against Simon Fraser. The first goal in the 31st minute, Mariah Rogao. Second goal in the 58th minute, Emily Webster. And third goal in the 60th minute, Gabriela Pelogi. Quick run across the middle, shading to the left. Shot across, and that was another fine intervention by Priya Sandhu, making a stop. Let's catch a replay of that. Yes, Peyton Chick. With the pass, and then the shot to the nearest post. Larson. Nelson. And ultimately Homer. Pelogi. Mack. Nelson. Mack. There's Mack. Pelogi. Good move. Any room across the middle, to it goes. Interrupted that time by Lobo. Dixon. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Simon Fraser. Mack. Straight up. Pelogi. Heel touch. Recovered by Simon Fraser. Looking for Pringle. First on it will be Dixon. Nelson. A quick run in the making here. One-on-one. Waiting for it is Chick, and Rogao across the middle it goes. Instead is shot right at the goalie. Not a major problem that time for Sandhu. 23 minutes, 6 seconds left. And the second half of play, Western Washington ahead of Simon Fraser, 3-0. A hard collision there. Whistle on the play. Free kick for Simon Fraser. Couple of substitutions happening shortly. A long kick up the field. Quick counter along the left side. Peyton Chick the shot, and once again, Priya Sandhu showing off her skills. Ball goes out of bounds, and here come the substitutions. Two players who have seen playing time, Annie DeWeer and Lindsay Fujiwara, will get some more minutes.
Second substitution coming in, number 5, Lindsay Fujiwara going in for number 6, Aaron Russell.
We're back in business now. A throw-in coming for Simon Fraser. 21 minutes left. Sent out of bounds by DeWeer. Simon Fraser putting it quickly back in action, and the ball just as quickly goes out of bounds yet again. There's the shot. Good effort that time. That goes wide. Simon Fraser not giving up just quite yet. Two substitutions coming for the Clan. We'll tell you in a second who has entered the contest.
Simon Fraser University substitutions. Coming in, number 2, Tim Colmeyer. For number 10, Emma Pringle. Second substitution coming in, number 11, Sophie D'Souza. For number 9, Monbreen.
Sophie D'Souza gets some more playing time. And Olivia Aguiar gets some more playing time as well. Baxter sends it out of bounds, and another substitution coming. 4 more of them, as a matter of fact. 3 for Western, 1 for Simon Fraser. It's number 21 for Simon Fraser, Sierra Leong. And
substitutions made by both teams for Simon Fraser University and the game number 21, Sierra for number 12, Emma Lobo.
a quick shot coming across now. Quick run by DeWeer.
Number 3, Jen Oak for number 9, Gabriella Gallotti.
Number 3 for Western, Jen Oak.
Number 22, Jordan Bartleson. And the third substitution for the Vikings coming in, number 14,
Annalise Lorilla for Western as well. And there's Fujiwara. Off to the races. Larson, Liv Larson. The shot! And miss. It looked like Rogao from up here. No, it's number 23, Peyton Chick. Let's have a look at that on the replay. Good connection there. One more look at the play. That was a good effort for both ends there. Throwing for Simon Fraser. 18 minutes, 1 second left. And bearing a major comeback here, we will have a repeat of a repeat of a repeat at the final game on Saturday. Seattle Pacific, Western Washington meeting for the 4th consecutive year. The first two went to Seattle Pacific on penalty kicks, and last year Western Washington got the best of the Falcons with a 3-1 victory. Some of the Simon Fraser fans less than happy with the performance of the referee. Long kick up the field into the box, and the stop by Priya Sandhu. "17 minutes left. That was Jen Oak trying to keep it in bounds. Doesn't quite work. Throw in for Simon Fraser. Larson. Larson, good turn. Shooting towards the right now. Webster. Interrupted by Simon Fraser. That was number 17 pushing the ball upfield. Guerrero. Ball goes out of bounds yet again. It will be a throw-in for Simon Fraser. Despite the result today, I have to say that the future looks bright for this program. Simon Fraser. First winning season last year, first trip to the tournament this year. There's no guarantee that we, of course, will see them next year. I mean, look at what happened to Montana State Billings. We saw them in the first year of the tournament, haven't seen them since. But this is a team that's relying heavily on youth right now. They have two of the top freshmen in the conference for the past 2 years. So I'm not going to say the sky is the limit, but the future certainly looks bright for this squad. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Western Washington ball taking care of this one. Will occur right after this substitution because 3 more players are being replaced, and they all wear baby blue.
Western Washington University substitutions.
Emily Nelson returns to the game. Taylor Holquist. And finally, number 22, Jordan Bartles. Jordan Bartles. A nice touch that time, top of the box. Larson, the shot, bounces off a defender. Trying again. Recovered by Simon Fraser now. Looking for Pringle, looks like. Cleared back by Western. It's a 2-on-2. And it looks like Miss Grosso sends it out of bounds. 13 minutes, 54 seconds left in the second half of play, with Western Washington holding on to a commanding 3-0 lead over Simon Fraser. One thing that's missing from Western Washington's mantle is a national championship. They came darn close last year, losing to the eventual national champion in the Final Four, the semifinals. They've been in the Final Four twice in the last 3 years, 2013 and last year. And this year's was their 5th consecutive regular season championship, the first time in the history of the conference that a team wins 5 in a row. Shot across doesn't quite work for Miss Oak, and the ball will go out of bounds and return in the form of a goal kick. They will see on your screen the regular season champions, 5 in a row for the Vikings. A high kick, a dangerous play, and it seems to have hit the player in the face. Looks like Sophie De Souza. High kick called by the referee. Free kick for Simon Fraser. 12 minutes, 45 seconds. Don't forget, folks, the 48-team NCAA Division II Championship field will be announced on Monday, November 7 at 3 p.m. That is 3 p.m. Pacific, via a webcast selection show on NCAA.com. And Miss Homer has to slide down to put a stop to the danger before Simon Fraser player connects on the second try. Let's have a look at the replay. There's Sorokin. Long kick. And the slide. The sliding stop. One more look for the folks at home. And Miss Homer, and one of her finest participations in this game. She hasn't had many. She hasn't been very busy, but she has responded when needed. 12 minutes left in this, the second half of play, with Western ahead 3-0. That first year, we were mentioning that Montana State Billings hasn't been heard of since in this tournament. We had Western Oregon. We had Concordia last year. It was over in Tukwila that these tournaments happened. Then they moved to beautiful Burnaby for a couple of years, and next year they will be in Portland, Oregon. A quick run across the middle. I've just been informed, folks, that Montana State Billings was indeed here last year, so my apologies. And it shows you how tough it is for some clubs to make it, for some teams to make it here, that it takes sometimes 2 or 3 years to make it back. And sometimes it's a real heartbreaker, as Simon Fraser will attest to, having lived through it last year when they missed on being here for the first tournament in Burnaby on the last day of the season. Ten minutes, 22 seconds, and a corner kick coming for Western Washington. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in blue in the box. The header! And Miss Priya Sandhu watches it go by. That was Sofia Callas on the header. And we're going to have a replay of that. A quick run along the left stripe by Simon Fraser. Turning back that time for Aguiar. Stopped partially by Homer. Cleared away by the back line, and now a throw-in for Simon Fraser. Still looking for that one goal that might, just might, make something happen, be the start of something. Time is running low, though. 9 minutes, 16 seconds left in regulation. And that lady in the screen knows that all too well, taking her time, checking her socks, now her gloves, now backing up. And the kick. Colmeyer responding for Simon Fraser. Pushed upfield by Western. Chick leaves one behind. The shot doesn't quite work. There's a player offsides. No call from the assistant referee. Cleared away by Mack. Recovered once again. Got out of the box. Flag is up now. There's a flag up indicating that it was a Western Washington player in illicit position. Looks like number 3, Jen Oak. Quick run along the stripe, shot across. Ball must have gone out of bounds, because it will be Western Washington ball. 7:51 left. A quick run in the making. Along the right stripe, shot across, looking for Oak. And instead, it's number 3, Grosso, on the stop. Baxter. Quick give and go. Trying to push it across midfield. Over rejection on the left side. A quick move. Across over the shot! And a good effort goes wasting. A good effort goes wasting. Sierra Leong can't quite connect after Miss Homer went and chased that ball. Not quite as successfully as she would have hoped. Let's do a replay of that, please. Yes, indeed. Slaps, and the header doesn't quite work. You could see the reaction, the disappointment in her body language. But a good combination that time by Sierra Leong. A quick run along the left side. Nothing will count. The referee has his flag up. The assistant referee has his flag up. The official, the top official, has his arm up. And here comes Simon Fraser yet again. Baxter. Clearing it is Lorilla. Ball goes out of bounds. Corner kick for the Clan. It would be a good prize for Simon Fraser to get a goal here, especially in front of the home folks here. There's a shot, far post, punched away. Still trying, and Miss Holmes has to send it to a second consecutive corner. You don't know this, folks, watching on TV, but I have a whole slew of Simon Fraser fans right behind me, and every time Simon Fraser comes close, it's a madhouse. There's another punch by Miss Holmes. People get really excited here when the home team comes a little close. 5 minutes, 8 seconds left in regulation, with Simon Fraser trailing Western Washington 3-0. Quick push upfield by the Clan. Trying is Leong once again. Flag is up. None of that will count. Offsides. Don't forget to join us 1 p.m. Saturday for the final of the 5th annual Great Northwest Athletic Conference Women's Soccer Championship between Seattle Pacific and the winner of this contest. A bit of a dangerous play there. Referee says nothing. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Simon Fraser. Quick push upfield. Along the stripe it goes. Aguiar. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Western. 3 minutes, 55 seconds left in this contest. Flag is up. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Simon Fraser once again. 2 consecutive throw-ins happening. Folks, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our producer and director, Mr. Gabriel Lin, for putting this show together. He has really done a fantastic job. Not just him, but this great big group of people working on this broadcast. And I'm just privileged enough to be part of it for the 5th year in a row with the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. It's been a pleasure. I hope to work with you not just on Saturday, but in the upcoming years as well. A quick run along the left stripe, a quick give and go, interesting combination! And a bit of sang-froid there, a bit of cold blood to resolve that situation. Ball goes out of bounds. And Sierra Leone will take care of this one deep in their own territory. 2 minutes 40 left in the contest. A quick response by Hultquist. Collision there, and there's a player down. Time will stop, and we might see some plastic being flashed here because there's a player in evident pain. The clock has been stopped, and she seems to be holding on to her midsection, clearly in some pain. And there's the talking to between the referee and looks like Miss Pringle from up here. She just got a yellow card. The Simon Fraser player. It was number 18 for Simon Fraser. Samantha Donald with the caution. First caution of the game, second caution of the tournament. 1 in each game so far. There's the long kick. Header can't quite connect. The half volley doesn't quite work. And now they reject it. Bartleson. That was Lorilla. Pelogi. Oak. Quick give and go. The word. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Simon Fraser ball. 1 minute 43 seconds left in this contest, and Western Washington outpacing Simon Fraser by a score of 3-0. Malia Mack re-enters the contest. A quick give and go in the heart of the box. Larson. That doesn't quite work. Trying again for Western is Mack. See what happens here. And a collision there, a charge from behind. Referee says foul. Yes, indeed, it was a foul. So a free kick for Simon Fraser. I've just been told to stand by to take a seat. Either I stand or I seat. Just having a little fun with my boss here. 32 seconds left in this contest, and Western Washington is just about ready to punch its ticket to the final match for this Saturday at 1 p.m. here at Terry Fox Field. 19 seconds left. Ms. Homer will take care of this kick, and here comes the countdown that says that Western Washington and Seattle Pacific will meet yet again in the final game of the GNAC's Women's Soccer Championship playoff. The final score, 3 for Western Washington, 0 for Simon Fraser University. We're gonna keep it here for a couple more minutes as we get ready for our post-game interviews. And well, the Western Washington University Vikings have played Seattle Pacific and then some throughout the years, but this year they played just once. And it was a 4-0 victory for the Western Washington Vikings. It looks like this team is poised for another deep run, not just tonight, but when it comes time for the NCAA tournament. Let's not forget that they fell to the eventual champions in the semifinal round of the Final Four last year. So a quick recap of tonight's action. The first goal, 31st minute, Mariah Rogao with an assist by Peyton Chick. The 2-0 came in the 58th minute via Emily Webster. And the last goal, my favorite of the three, if I'm to be so bold as to pick a favorite goal, the shot by Gabriela Pelogi. That, I think, was the dagger, because that really put the game out of reach for Simon Fraser, even though I have to give them all the credit in the world. The fact that they kept on fighting and they did manage to bring some danger, the 3-0 margin was just too much to overcome. And now Simon Fraser players get a little ovation from the fans and vice versa. Same with Western Washington University and its fans from across the border. A quick look at the stats shows us that Simon Fraser, well, we called it outmatched early in the late in this first half, and it turns out we were right. 24 shots to Western Washington, 9 for Simon Fraser. 4 corner kicks for Western Washington, 2 for Simon Fraser. 8 saves for Simon Fraser, 5 for Western Washington. And like we said, 31st minute, 58th minute, and then a minute and a half later in the 60th minute, the 3-0 victory for Western Washington. Quite the sight on the screen right now. Some players in tears, disappointed, but in all honesty, there's very little reason to feel sad if you're Simon Fraser, because this is a team that is clearly in crescendo. This is a team that is going places. This is a team that started out with barely winning 1-2 games just a couple of seasons ago. Then they had a winning season, first one in the program's history, and now they're among the 4 best teams in the conference. And no one, not even this 3-0 victory, can take that away from the ladies in red. We're just about done here. We have a couple of interviews coming your way. Before we move on, we're going to talk to Mariah Rogao. And I sure as heck hope I'm pronouncing her name right now that I'm going to meet her. But if I am, I'm sure she will correct it with no major problem. We're going to go now to the field and speak with Mariah. First things first, how do you pronounce that last name of yours, my friend?
Rago.
Rogo. I pronounced it wrong all game long. Excellent. Excellent. Mariah, first of all, congratulations on a fine victory. Let me take some of these things off. Here we go. Here we go. Now, let me ask you, what do you think made the difference in this contest against Simon Fraser?
I think we were just really pumped. I don't think we let the emotion get to us, as most teams I think would. And I think Travis did a good job preparing us, and I think that's what made a big difference between last game and this game.
That would be Travis Cornell, your head coach, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, how big of a factor was the fact that you were basically you've been here before many, many times, and it was Simon Fraser's first time at this level?
I'm not sure, because this is my first year here, but that may have made a difference too, is our upperclassmen knew how to handle the pressure, and maybe Simon Fraser didn't as well.
Now, could you take us back to the 31st minute, your goal in this contest? Could you describe that play a little bit for us?
I made a run, and Caitlin put a through ball in, and it kind of hit off my foot, and then Peyton tapped it with her toe, and then I just finished it with my right foot.
Now, how comfortable did you feel playing out there with players like Peyton Chick? Is that a duo that has been paying dividends for you guys, or is that something new?
Oh, I love playing with Peyton. I love playing with all our players. We all work really well together, and we all have really good chemistry, and that's a big thing.
Now, you said that this is your first year. Have you been indoctrinated into the rivalry that exists between you and Seattle Pacific?
Yes, it's a big rival, and it's fun. It'll be a very good game Saturday.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Thank you for your time, and have a good rest of the evening.
Thank you.
That was Mariah Rogo. I wanted to say it right one more time, at least once. And now we have Travis Connell, the head coach of the Western Washington Vikings. And an old veteran. He's been not just with the team for more than 10 years, but like we said, this is the 4th consecutive time that SPU and WWU meet for all the marbles at the GNAC tournament. Before we go to Travis, a quick reminder, the game on Saturday is at 1 p.m. right here on GNAC.tv and right here at Terry Fox Field. If you're just joining us, Western Washington has eliminated Simon Fraser, and now we have Coach Travis Connell. Coach, good evening. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, how big of a factor was your team's experience at this level of the tournament, given that Simon Fraser was only on its first time?
I thought Simon Fraser played great in the game. I thought that they gave a really good account of themselves, and we knew it was going to be a tough match. They're really well coached. Annie's done a phenomenal job with them, and so they played well, and I thought that our players did play with a lot of poise. That's what we talked about before the game, and I'm sure some of that you can attribute to their experience.
Yeah, because it didn't feel like you guys at any point tried to take Simon Fraser lightly. You took this with a very business-like approach.
Definitely, no. I mean, we do respect them, and you have to if you've got to approach the games that way. And I agree with you. We did a great job of that. We were motivated, and we stuck with the game plan, and I thought we grew through the match and got better and better and better, and that's what we wanted to do, and we did.
Now the score lists Rogo, Webster, and Pelogi. That is one of the trademarks of this team, the ability that to many players get involved in the scoring, no?
Yes, we have. We've had players come in and contribute in lots of different ways that don't show up on the stat sheet, but today Mariah came in with a goal and assist off the bench, and that was a huge lift for our team.
Now the rivalry lives yet again. Seattle Pacific awaits. What can the fans await?
It's going to be another good game. I mean, two teams that have good players and have a lot of experience and a ton of pride, so we're looking forward to the challenge. We know we're going to have to be at our best to beat them.
Absolutely. Coach, congratulations once again, and we'll see you on Saturday afternoon.
Thank you.
And that wraps things up for us here at Terry Fox Field. For Gabriel Lynn and an entire crew of people who worked tirelessly this day to bring this broadcast to you, I am Sebastián Moraga saying see you on Saturday for the final. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you then.